moments with federal agents across the country. In Los Angeles, an agent opening fire. Authorities say a suspect trying to get away. In Minneapolis, protesters confronting the Border Patrol commander. Agents then firing pepper spray and tear gas. And the scene at a restaurant, an armed agent entering, people eating, his gun drawn. And in Maine tonight, agents now going door to door. ABC's Matt Rivers again tonight here.
Tonight, shots fired during a federal immigration raid near Compton, California. DHS saying an agent opened fire after a suspect tried to ram officers with his car, a bullet piercing the windshield. No one was hit. Officials say the suspect was caught after trying to run away. DHS saying he was in the country illegally, accused of human smuggling. It comes.
According to an internal memo obtained by the Associated Press, ICE agents are asserting sweeping powers to be able to enter your home without a judge's warrant. Well, a new decision about how ICE agents respond to protesters is facing a challenge.
A ruling told agents they couldn't use pepper spray on peaceful protesters, but that order has now been paused for now. Esme Murphy is here to explain what that means. Esme.
Hi there, Aaron. The ruling from the U.S. Court of Appeals 8th Circuit for now blocks a judge's order filed Friday night that limits what ICE can do to peaceful protesters. The ruling Friday, which had been effective immediately, said ICE could not spray chemical irritants on peaceful
Minneapolis. Well, tensions remain high in Minneapolis as protests continue for and against ICE enforcement. Now President Trump threatening to send in federal troops. Protesters demonstrated throughout the weekend, as they have every day since Renee Good was shot and killed by an ICE agent a week and a half ago. Several thousand ICE agents and federal officers are now deployed in Minneapolis, and the National Guard is there as well.
Shalom, shalom. First off, I give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, Yahweh being the true name of Heavenly Father, Yahushai being named for His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls God, and Jesus Christ. Honor you have double honors to our apostles, honors to our elders, a great millstone, that touches truth and will well. And salutations to you, hopefully like pushing this truth and honesty, sincerity. This is really how we stop. Continue to listen to the spirit power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. Another update, end times and events. World is turning up. They're talking about deploying the National Guard to Minneapolis, and Trump wants to go ahead and push out that Insurrection Act that basically means martial law. And we told y'all these days are coming, and it looks like it's not letting up. All right, because those shots were fired. That news post was just 2 hours ago. Okay, and then 4 hours ago, they just said that, hey, look, they can just come inside your home without a search warrant. You know, so if he deploys those troops, they can literally just do whatever they want. So this is the time of Jacob's trouble, surely, man. And the days are going to continue to increase as far as the oppression and the trouble. All right, you see the doomsday clock for 2026. It's got an announcement. It's going to be on January 27th. So it's curious to see what they come up with, because it was already really, really close to midnight. So, hey, this year is started off with an all-time bang, literally. You got war going on in Venezuela. U.S. took that. Apparently, they just negotiated a deal for the United States to occupy part of Greenland. You know, so I don't know what's going to come of that, if they're going to keep it quote unquote peaceful, or what they plan on doing. You know, but that's a part of it. You know, keep in mind, Trump also threatened Colombia and Mexico. So, hey, and then they got warships. It says that it takes about a week for them to sail over there, but they got warships on the way to Iran. All right, and they're going to be basically making a move on that as well pretty soon. So, doomsday is definitely upon us. You know, these are the end times. Okay? So, these are truly perilous times, and they're going to continue to get worse. This is 2 Timothy 3:1 says, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come." You look at that word perilous, all right, it says full of danger or risks, exposed to imminent risks of disaster or ruin. You got World War III at an all-time high, Doomsday clock is about to hit midnight pretty soon. Trump is about to execute the Insurrection Act. They just passed a law that they don't need a warrant from a judge to enter your home to look for immigrants. That's huge news. You see his devil there. Hey, he's showing his horns. This is Revelation 12 and 12. So therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Anytime you see news reports like this,
Obtained by the Associated Press, ICE agents are asserting sweeping powers to be able to enter your home without a judge's warrant.
sweeping powers without a judge's warrant. So without a warrant, you cannot tell ICE or police officers, used to be they couldn't just come up in there. They had to have a warrant. Now there's no warrant. They can just come in any of y'all shit. Anybody's shit, they can just come in there now. Do you realize that? This is what they're pushing to do. Okay? Flout sweeping power. It says a newly obtained memo authorizes ICE officers to use force to enter a residence based solely on a more narrow administrative warrant to arrest someone with a final order of removal, a move that advocates say collides with Fourth Amendment protections and upends years of advice given to immigration communities. So there you go, man. So they just get some other paper, I guess, from their authorities or superiors, and it doesn't have to be a warrant from a judge. So trouble. Jacob's trouble, man. This is 2 Esdras 15 and 16. It says, for there shall be sedition among men. You look up that word sedition. Okay? It says conduct, speech, or inciting people to rebel against authority or state monarch. Wow. The meaning of sedition is incitement of resistance to insurrection against lawful authority. All right, so you got all these people protesting. That's sedition right there. Okay, it says, and invading one another. Hey, coming in your ship with no warrant. That's invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power, right? So they're not going to care about what the police say or anybody, man. They're just going to do what they want to do. And regular people, rioting and looking to steal goods and rice and bread because of the famines they're getting ready to hit, they're going to be invading one another as well. Everybody's going to be, every man for himself. It'll be like Wild Wild West, but 20 times worse. The course of their actions shall stand in their power. So, hey, they're not going to care about whatever laws put in place. So they're increasing the use of pepper spray. So martial law gets executed, man. It's a wrap. It's a wrap for them people over there in that city. But that's going to go from city to city to city because you're going to have another incident, okay, that just like the one that they're protesting over in Minneapolis is going to be happening in every city. Just 2 hours ago, shots were fired in Compton, Cali. Shots fired. So if more people get unalived, hey, that's just more fuel for the fire. The flames are just being fanned right now. And it's getting hotter and hotter and hotter. So hey, keep watch, man. Hey, these prophecies are coming to pass. And we're going to see what comes of Minneapolis. See what this thing continues to heat up. Or if they're going to try to cool it down, I don't know. But we keep on watch now. Any day now, we suspect that they're going to really execute that Insurrection Act because it's getting turned up. Things aren't letting up yet. So with that, those with us lessons edifying, I'm going to close out. Give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai, by Shem Kakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, great millstone, Tasha, truth and will. Salutations to you, hope, light, truth, and honesty, sincerity. Shalom.